Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and this is Raised by Wolves, Season 1, Episode 10, The Beginning. It's the season finale. And yes, I know I have my shirt open here because it's fucking hotter than hell. I'm living on the surface of the sun right now, so deal with it. Let me take care of some business first, and then what we'll do is we'll get into it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the very end here. There's a video that pops up here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching, all the nasty, naughty stuff, and tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like that, hit that subscribe button. If you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule that I have up there. I post it up every week. And also have all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. No tiers set up as of yet on the Patreon page. I will once I hit 1,000 subs. I want to give you something if you guys are giving me something. That's what the whole thing is. I also have the link to this YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. It's your own funeral if you want to. And this will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. I'm just going to do that because that's pretty much what this episode's all about. Before I get started here, I need to do something. There we go. That was needed on that one. Holy fuck, what a stupid fucking episode that was. This series was just fucking really ridiculous. Really, really ridiculous. We got no fucking answers whatsoever. I'm going to predict right now that over the next year, while we're waiting for season 2, actually, I'm not going to be waiting for it, quite honestly. We're going to get at least 2 comics, a novel or a novella or something like that, and probably some animated, motion comics or something like that to explain what the fuck we just saw. And that was just the fucking stupidest thing I've ever seen. And I've sat through a lot of really stupid things, and this one was just bad. We don't know why she got pregnant. That's not answered. She has a lamprey, essentially, is what she gives birth to. It comes out of her mouth. The visions that she's been having of the dodecahedron with the creature inside of it is a human, I guess, that had a mask on, and the creatures around it were siphoning it. We don't know, because again, it wasn't really fucking explained. What else? The creatures that we've seen so far, I guess, are devolved humans. They were not really specific about that, but mother and father seem to say that they are devolved humans at this point. And so that's what the kids were eating, were human beings. They were eating long pig is what they were eating. That's why it tasted like pork. So if that gives you an indication of what's going on here. Why are humans already here on Kepler 22b? Fuck if I know, because again, we haven't been told anything. This is just a mess of things. We don't get any reason for Paul hearing voices now, which he shoots his mother because the voices tell him who she really is, and he shoots her. He doesn't kill her. He shoots her, which is kind of stupid. If you're on an alien hostile planet and you're going to take off your gun belt and sleep with it, draped behind you, why? I don't know. The CGI is dodgy as all fuck. That picture that I pulled for the thumbnail for this is the best, I guess you can say, the money shot of CGI that they did on there. And that is the creature at the very end, we have the creature bust out of the lander and fly. It can fly, so it's a flying trouser snake, flying space trouser snake. At that point, because supposedly you gain mother's powers by ingesting the android milk, or if you ingest her eyes, as Marcus has done. So Marcus had the mother's eyes jammed into his mouth by Lucius at the end of the last episode. In this episode, he's wandering around the planet saying he's going to be king of the planet, and Saul, talk to me, and he sees a lander come down, and it turns out the lander is actually atheists, and atheists have their own arc, which we see is popping up there. And of course, he is tripping balls, I guess you could say. He's all veined out and whatnot, and spitting out white shit out of his mouth, and kind of looking like a cross between Hunter S. Thompson and Jack Sparrow when he's going around doing the ooh kind of thing, which I guess that's the new school of acting that's going on right now, as we're seeing a lot of actors doing the weird Captain Jack Sparrow movements, which is what we're seeing in this one as well. And Paul has taken off. He's run away after he shot his mother. Father and mother were trying to take the snake with them on a journey, I guess, to the center of the earth, and that didn't work. I guess they went through the molten core of the planet. I have no fucking clue, because again, we don't get anything that's going on here. And yeah, I agree with you, Viking bitch. I don't like religion in my sci-fi either, especially when it's hokey fucking religion and it's bad. It's badly put together. And again, it's Ridley Scott's influence. He tries to inject religion into it, and we know he's not a religious person, one, and we know he's not good at sci-fi, number two, because of Prometheus. I'm sorry, I am discounting now Alien, the very first Alien movie, as a mistake, that he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and he did that on accident. That's how come he made it well, is because he didn't know what he was doing that first time around. He made it as an accident. So yes, he's had enough tries now at sci-fi. He needs to stop doing sci-fi now completely. He needs the Alien franchise taken away from him, given to Neil Blomkamp, and let him do his thing that he wants to do. And Ridley Scott needs to move away and do fucking Gladiator 2 or Black Rain 2 or whatever other sequel to any other shitty movie that he's done in the past. He just needs to stay away from sci-fi. There, I've said it. Yes, there we go. Yeah, this is the shittiest series I've seen. Sci-fi series in a while. It really is. You're still finishing the episode. I'm sorry, Penn. That's why Daddy started drinking early on that one, because I got home and I was like, all right, I was gonna watch the episode at this morning before I went to work, because I got up early enough, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna watch it. I'm like, no, fuck it, I'll just save it. And I'm glad I did, because it would have pissed me off to no end if that's how I started my day. It really would have. And I can't drink at work. Well, I could, but I'd lose my job most likely. Fuck. That's all I can say. Yes, it is worse than The Gifted. I would actually sit through the Gifted and the Inhumans marathon back to back rather than watch this fucking series ever again. That's how bad it was. Yeah. I'd watch both seasons of The Gifted and yes, the Inhumans, the entire first season of the Inhumans, back to back to back. Of course, I'd have to be strapped down a la, Clockwork Orange, with my eyes taped open and someone dropping drops into them while it happened, but still, it would happen. So, Penn says a new contender for worst show ever. Now I have to watch the end. You're a glutton for punishment on this. I know there's going to be people out there that love this series, and they're going to say I'm full of shit, and how dare you say these things about Ridley Scott. No, I'm sorry. I understand this is not Ridley Scott's baby. It's someone else who created this world, but Ridley Scott co-opted it, and you can tell he co-opted it. and therefore it is his at this point. And it is his to fuck up as he sees fit because he is the executive producer of this. He directed the first, I think, 2 episodes, if I remember correctly. So he set the tone for everything that came into this. He also, from what I understand, injected his own, mythology, I guess you can say, into it. And the dodecahedron thing is just stupid. It really is. Because we also get from Hunter, when he stuck his arm in, that he got a vision of the city, the future city or whatever, the prophesized city. And that's why his arm did not burn. And I was like, wait. And I mean, that was literally a throwaway line that was said in the heat of something else. And it was a blink and you miss it, or if you weren't paying attention, you miss it kind of thing. And I was like, well, where the fuck was that exposition? Someplace during the season here. Because we had about, I think it was last episode, he got his arm thrust in there. He could have mentioned something to the father when they were flying away. He could have said something. It could have been an extra 30 seconds where he just said to father, it was really weird. This is what happened. So, yeah. Viking Mitch says it just rambled and went nowhere, did nothing, and offered a half story with a bullshit nothing ending. I agree with you wholeheartedly, 1000%. Yes, it went nowhere. It does nothing for sci-fi. It had some interesting visuals, and that was about it. But the rest of the stuff, it offered nothing. It offered no answers. All it did was raise more questions. And the fact that you could tell they did not have anything set in stone and just kept adding things like, oh, well, if you take some android blood in you, you become super strong, kind of like Otho did. Or if you eat her eyes, you become super, I don't know, strong or weird. Or, I don't know what the hell was going on with Marcus at that point. And yes, and then also, yes, let's talk about father's anger and jealousy. An android with emotions. We don't get that explained either. So he's supposed to be a common android model, and yet he is having complex emotions that even he doesn't understand. What did Campion do? Did Campion change them fundamentally in such a way that he created like new AI systems for them? What? We don't know because we weren't told anything. We weren't shown anything. Yeah, and this is what's horrible about this is you can't just keep pulling shit out of your ass, throwing it up on the screen and going, okay, now you got to deal with this now. And we didn't set a precedent for it in the first 9 episodes, but here, I'm going to throw it on the screen, just fling it straight for my ass, and you're going to have to deal with it. It doesn't make sense. It's not good storytelling. You need someone to actually sit down and make an overall arcing cohesive story. That's what you need to do when you're writing. And this does not have it. Yeah. This is just crap. I mean, and also Paul and the cave drawings. Let's talk about that too. So supposedly there's a history now on this planet of other things. They see Paul sees the cave drawings, and one of them, the snake is moving. The giant snake is moving. So are the snake people now part of this thing, or is this part of their life cycle and they're just waiting for humans to come in, a la Alien? Or what's going on there? Because we don't get any exposition other than the fucking cave painting that's moving. Viking Mitch says, as much as I love Vikings, Travis Fimmel was not the actor for this part. On Vikings, he acted with small words, gestures, and facial expressions. Marcus needed more than that. Yeah, he's a model, Viking Mitch, and he's not an actor. I hate to say it, but yeah, that's what he is. There are plenty of models out there that can act, that have learned to act and stuff like that. He is not one of them, unfortunately. He's a very pretty man. That's all I can say. And he tries to ugly himself up by putting scars on all his characters and whatnot. And he thinks that's character building, and it's not. You need to put characters into your character, if that makes sense. I don't know. There's a lot of whiskey that's involved in this one at this point. They hired him for his looks, and they also hired him for his background in Vikings. So yeah, I know I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off with this one. Yeah, it's my opinion at this point. You got your own opinion about it. Neither one of us are wrong. That's the whole thing. If it floats your boat, I'm happy for you. For me, it did nothing for me whatsoever, and I'm out on this one. It's like done. Yeah, that just really pissed me off. And luckily now there's Pluto TV. Stirred is another one of those free TV show channels and whatnot that stream stuff for free, and they've got an entire sci-fi library, which is awesome. They've got an entire Star Trek Next Generation channel if you want to watch it if you don't have Netflix. So if you want to watch it for free, it has commercials in it. I'll tell you that. Like Space 1999. They had The Greatest American Hero. I was watching episodes of that. So I'm going to watch a little bit of old sci-fi shows and just wash this shit out of my mind, along with a lot of whiskey. Dante S says, I actually enjoyed it, but I see the silliness that you point out. Dante S, I appreciate, that you enjoy it. And I totally, I'm not trying to diminish your joy of the show. It's just for me, I was sitting there just looking at this going, what the fuck? Yeah. Viking Bitch said, I thought it was terrible. I tuned out halfway through, but I wanted to finish watching the trailer. Yeah, that's where I'm at too. At least we got The Boys coming on tomorrow. See how you like that segue there? Tomorrow, I'll be covering The Boys. That's right. The Boys is tomorrow. Saturday is Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it. Sunday is the ever excellent Lovecraft Country. That's right, Lovecraft Country. Monday, I'll be off. Tuesday is going to be Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's Away. Hilary Swank's Netflix series Away. Wednesday, I'm off. Thursday, I might do another Is It Worth My Time? I haven't decided as of yet. So that's might be what happens there. Yeah, we'll see what happens as the week wears on. Viking Mitch says, I saw where it could have gone. It could have been great. Yeah, there was potential to it. There was stuff there. There were seeds that were planted. And because the soil was barren, nothing grew out of that. Out of those seeds. Oh. Yes, there was so much potential to this. And unfortunately, he's following his Alien playbook, Alien Covenant or Alien Prometheus playbook. And it's just, I am still convinced that he wanted to do an Alien series and just was not able to because, again, Disney now owns the rights to that. And I don't think he's got any hope in hell of touching that unless Disney decides to. And I really don't think they're going to use him to do it. Joe Greer, you finished it. Yay. You know what you get as a prize? Knowledge that I don't know if you liked it or not, but knowledge if you didn't like it, that, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? Why did I watch it? And or if you did like it, then it was time well spent for you. All right. Well, enough bitching and moaning about it. I'm going to let you guys go for the night. Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight in the chat. And thank you if you made it through this hate-filled and whiskey-filled rant of a, I guess, review. At least the story is continuing. I don't know, Joker. That's kind of sounds like a threat more than anything else that this story is continuing. Yeah. So if you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button. If you want to know when I'll be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule that I have up there, and also all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. I also all the links to this YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and my Facebook group page, which you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. So with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. Thank you, everybody. Viking Bitch says, if we were told that the people were hearing voices from something inside the planet, it would have helped, but humans are terrible and will destroy each other everywhere. I've seen that story. Exactly. And then also the whole thing with Paul going, we can't go to the other side of the planet. We can't go to the tropical zone. That's off limits. That's a bad part of the planet. And it's like, okay, why? You want to give us a little exposition on that one about why it's bad? Come on, Lassie. Tell me what's going on. Is Timmy trapped in a well? Is Timmy trapped in a barn? What's going on, Lassie? Tell me. Tell me. Roof, roof, roof. Oh, Timmy drowned. I'm sorry. Nothing to do but go and dredge the lake for his body. Too soon? Sorry. It's just, it's one of those days. It really is with this thing. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to let you guys go for the night before I ramble on even further. I will see you again tomorrow for the boys. Until then, take care, be well, and stay safe. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up in a Ridley Scott show, or he might usurp your story and turn it into another Alien franchise. Thanks, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, take care. Good night, everybody.